So let's start out sitting. And up, nice and tall. Shoulders broad. Give your shoulders a bit of a wiggle. Let's start with a roll. We'll do a little bit of chest and opening and breath work today, as well as everything else. So a little bit of lovely movement with the shoulders. Really make that circle slow and intentional and as big as you can. So sometimes when you go round and round quite fast with your shoulders, you get clunks and clicks. This way, when you go really slowly, you can feel the different muscles being stretched, being asked to let go a little, coming into their full range of movement. And you might find some clunky, clicky bits. I mean, you'll know exactly where they are because you're being slow. And then let's reverse. If you haven't already, go the other way. And if you've been doing anything with your shoulders and your arms and your upper back, this will feel so good. And if you haven't, then it's a nice way to wake them up. And come to rest. Find your sit bones. Change across. You probably went, like me, automatically to the more comfortable way. Change it around. Give your body something to set it slightly off balance. And feel your sit bones dropping down into your mat. And from there, lifting up. So think about your pelvis, relaxed yet strong. A bit like we want to be. We want to be relaxed but strong. And then into your lower back, lengthening mid back and the sides of your body. And then your upper back. And then into your neck. Lifting the chin slightly and start to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Slowing that breath down. And with the breath, noticing where you have movement in your torso or in the rest of your body. Notice if you are clenching your jaw or you've got any muscles in your face that you're squeezing and can relax and release. Relax your shoulders, let your shoulder blades be completely soft and at ease. So we want that lovely length, that elegant posture, but also space to breathe and observing the breath. Noticing what happens in the sides of your body as well. So inhaling nice and slow. Exhaling even slower and fully. So that can be the bit that doesn't happen in a full round of breath. We want to expel all the air. We're trying to make the lungs come into that vacuum state so that the next breath is sucked in, filling up every single little bit of the lungs, making everything work. Sometimes you get to emptying the whole breath and then you realize that you can actually send some more breath out. So it's that sort of two-part exhalation. A long exhalation when you feel like naturally that's where you would stop and you would take an in-breath. Do another forced little exhalation. Get as much as you can out. Always breathing in through the nostrils. Breathe in through your nostrils as much as you possibly can through your day, through your night. Maybe that means mouth taping. If you sleep with your mouth open. We're going to bring some movement in with this breath now. Taking your legs out straight in front. Dandasana legs, staff pose. So it's sending the heels away, toes slightly back towards face. So we've got that engagement along the soles of the feet and along the backs of your legs. And lifting your shoulders up now, tall, crown of the head up, nice and tall. We're going to inhale the arms up to the sides. And we're going to exhale, fold forward. Sliding around, taking that extra little exhalation, and then inhaling up. So exhale 1, exhale 2, inhale up. Exhale 1, exhale 2, inhale up. Really filling up with that inhale and exhale, exhale, inhale. Carry on at your own pace. Let's do 3. Try and make them as long and as deep and as slow as possible. That was number 1. Making the exhales sharp, inhales sharp. Energizing the whole of the lungs. That's number 2. Last one. And exhale. Coming all the way back up when you're ready. Well done. Taking your legs into Baddha Konasana now. Let's try and move a little bit into the hips. We are going to be doing some work with shoulders today, but we're always going to be doing some work with hips as well. Hugely important, especially as you get older. Your bone density will decrease year by year. Yoga and any other weight-bearing exercise has been proven to actually help you increase the density of your bones. So if you want to increase your bone mass, you need to be putting them under pressure. You need to be bringing lots of blood flow to the area. So especially in the joints. And of course, you need to be doing all the other good stuff like eating well and sleeping well and moving naturally through your day. So we're going to be pulling the feet gently towards us, knees out to the sides even. So use your leg muscles to push those knees down and out, pressing out, gently drawing your heels toward you. And we're going to inhale to lift the sternum, get that length across the front of your body all the way down from chin to pubis. And then as you exhale, we're going to be lengthening forward. So chin is reaching forward. So you're trying to get your chin on the floor over there somewhere, not down towards your legs. And then drawing away. So go with your own breath. As you breathe out, folding forward, putting some really good stretch into the inner thigh muscles. And as you breathe in, you're coming up and releasing, letting everything just come back to where it's comfortable and then pushing into the muscle again. If you wish, you can pop your hands on your knees. That feels quite nice sometimes, especially when you're doing your out breath and leaning forward. Press down. And when you're pressing down and you're pushing all of your pressure and attention into your knees to press them out, also think about your shoulders here, keeping them wide and actually engaging through the shoulders. So not just pushing down through the forearms, but pushing out so that you feel that engagement across the top of your back, even across maybe the front and up into your shoulders. So again, chin forward as you fold forward, bringing yourself gently back with your in-breath. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Well done, coming up. All right, so let's take the left leg, keep it in, right leg comes out to the side. We're going to do a little bit of side bending here. So take your foot in towards your body and fold it over so that the heel is pointing slightly more upwards. Terrible English, but anyway, you know what I mean. So the top of your foot is more onto the floor. If that doesn't work and it's not comfortable, then just have your foot just tucked in any way that does work. Now I want to still keep that lovely upright posture, but with one leg folded in and one leg folded out, that's going to feel a little bit awkward. You're probably going to want to lean forward. Try and resist. Try and come back onto your sit bones. So onto your sit bones. Your right sit bone's probably got more connection with the floor. Try and get both of them as equal as you can. So we're sitting up lovely and tall, and we're just going to slide the right hand down the right leg, keeping the body in this nice straight, not straight this way, we're bending over this way, but not folding forward and not lifting back. So we're bringing the body all the way down, squeezing into that right side and feeling that opening up on the left. And we can then add on by taking the left arm up. And then just take it straight overhead for now. So pointing up towards the ceiling. That really should give you a strong enough stretch if you are keeping your body upright. If you're folding forward, if that right shoulder is coming out of the midline, then you'll be able to fold over a lot further. But if your right shoulder is up towards the ceiling, you're lifting your chest, you're not rotating down, bringing it up, straight up into there. It's going to give you a really good pull on that left hip. And again, we're working into the shoulders as well. Right shoulder pretty relaxed, left shoulder up towards the ceiling. So lift the whole shoulder up as well, not just your fingertips. The shoulder comes up too. Can you feel that in the side of your body? Hopefully you can. And breathe. Keeping that left sit bone down on the ground. Lifting up. And yes, we're holding. Try and relax your right knee and your right leg. Don't forget that shoulders lifting, not just the arms. So lift up from the shoulder. And then we're going to slowly come out. Very slowly. Let everything just sort of ease back to where it wants to be. And then we're going to swap sides. So left leg going out now, right leg coming in. Give yourself a little time to give your leg a little bit of a twist there. Getting that knee down to the ground. And again, noticing your sit bones, feeling very balanced here. Up tall, lift your chest, lift your breastbone, your sternum up. And then we slide. Just a little slide to the left, that's the one. And then when you're ready, the right arm comes up. Okay, so think about sides of your body here. Let's squeeze into the left side. That might give you a little bit more of a bend. And then lengthening on the right side. Lifting that shoulder up. And not holding your breath. In through your nostrils, out through your mouth. Lovely stretch on that right side, especially deep into the top of the hip there. Keeping your body open to the front. And 5, 4, well done, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up and out nice and slow. Ooh, that feels like a very good stretch. Right, taking both legs wide now, bringing your hands to the floor in front of you. Just pushing the heels down, lifting the knees, pressing the sit bones into the floor and your heels into the floor. And then we're doing a little bit of a lean forward here, leaning forward into the hands and then pressing the knees down, bringing your toes back towards your face. So we're flexing. And then as we put the heels down to the floor and lift the knees up, spider legs, we're pressing those sit bones down into the ground. And then back down with the knees, sliding the hands forward, bringing them a little wide. Give your hands a little space, so they're sort of lined up in front of your knees really. And we're going to fold forward, but take a lot of pressure and weight into the arms. It's up to you how far forward you put them. The further towards your body you bring them, the more you will feel in your shoulders. And the further away you take them, the more of a fold you'll get. But it'll depend entirely on how flexible you are in your hips at the moment. And here it's first thing in the morning, so not very flexible for me. So we're just easing forward and easing back, using our arms and shoulders. As you push yourself back, feel your biceps. I want to feel the biceps and shoulders working here and breathing. So we're exhaling to fold forward like a pair of bellows. Inhaling through your nostrils to come back up. Try and relax your hips. You might be holding on. Relax your knees. Last two. Keeping your head and neck and back in line. Not folding your head forward. And bringing your legs back together. Feet in, and let's come up into a squat. So into our little squat. So in your squat now, just taking your gaze to the floor in front of your feet and noticing how you feel. So a quick scan around your body. How do you feel in your hips, in your knees? Is it feeling like an easy squat today, or has it been a while perhaps? You feel like it's a bit wobbly. Where is the restriction? So mine today is in the backs of my calves. I've been doing quite a lot of walking. I feel that they are less flexible than usual. Try and ease off any tension in your feet and your toes. And we're going to come from here into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So taking your hands to the mat, taking your hips up towards the sky. Towards the grey, rainy sky. That's what we've got here. It's pouring with rain outside. Okay, hips up, tilting up. Sit bones curling up towards the sky. Heels moving down. Kneecaps just relaxed and easy. Making sure that your back is straight, you don't have any big dips, you're not sending your chest too far down towards your legs, keeping your shoulders lovely and broad. You're allowing your ribs to flare out and having some length in the front of the body as well as the back. Allowing your head and neck to be completely at rest. If you've got any tension in the neck, just ease off and close your eyes. Pushing away with your hands, so push the floor away. Lengthening through your arms and doing lots of work in your shoulders here. Gently tucking your belly button toward your spine. Breathing deeply in and out, in through your nostrils, out through your mouth. So there we are, that's a little bit of inversion, that's a little bit of waking up the shoulders, and then tilt yourself forward, coming into a staff pose. Or plank. Again, pressing the floor away from you, lifting your mid back. So there's that point just above your bra strap, just between straps, right in the middle there, lifting that part up towards the ceiling, pushing into your wrists, into your elbows, to your shoulders, holding that plank, squeezing your glutes. And we're going to take that right knee in towards the right elbow. So bringing that right knee in all the way and then sending it back again. Left knee in, scooping along the floor and then all the way back. Same again. Right knee in, right knee back. Last one, left knee in, left knee back. Taking your knees to the mat now, sending yourself back into balasana. So let's come into pose of humility or pose of the child. Arms are forward. Now we're going to be laying the chest down onto the thighs, walking the fingers away so you get a huge stretch across the tops of your shoulders and into the bottoms as well. Let's get into all those lymph nodes, dropping your head down, bringing your forehead to your mat. Rolling yourself back so that your hips come to your heels. And taking 3 slow, deep breaths here. They won't be terribly deep because you've got that lovely compression going on into your torso from your thighs. But as deep as you can, and certainly as slow as you can. It might be that you're breathing more into the sides of your body here. And from here, we're coming into puppy dog. So we're going to slide the arms forward. So puppy dog is brilliant. You're in balasana and all you do is lift your thighs away from your calves. So keeping your connection there, that lovely connection between your thighs at the front and your torso. And then you're lifting your bum up in the air, but keeping that connection and then sliding forward. So you're kind of moving like a worm. So bottom up to the sky. Allow your sit bones to flare outwards. Chin to the mat now, probably. Quite hard to get the forehead to the mat. Nose gets in the way. And pressing your shoulders down to the floor. Opening up across the front of your chest. A really strong opener into the throat as well. If you have your head tilted back and your chin on the floor. If you're ever feeling stressed or pissed off, coming into balasana and then moving into puppy and then coming into downward facing dog is a really good way to shift out of that. Mind you, pretty much any 3 yoga poses will help you shift out of that. And then bringing your hands either side of your chest, pressing into the floor and coming up into tabletop position. Look at that, went from puppy to a tabletop. So shoulders beautifully wide here. We're giving a lot of attention to the shoulders today. And we're going to tuck the toes under. So we're tabletop, but with toes tucked under. And we're going to push forward. So we press into the wrists there in the kind of wrong way, so it makes them feel quite odd. And then we push away with the wrists and come back, take the bottom towards your feet. And we are pressing down so that we really stretch out the toes here. Think about stretching out the toes, stretching out the bottom of your feet. But you're also using your shoulders because you're pushing away. And then we're going to take a deep breath in as we come forward. And out as we go back. Let's do this 3 times. Use your shoulders, use your arms. A little bit of work into wrists and into feet and heels and ankles. How many is that? I've lost count. I think this might be number 2. And it's number 3. Well done. Coming up to tabletop now, we are going to come into gun dog. We want to challenge the shoulders. We're going to take them one at a time now. So we're going to use, first of all, right arm and left leg are going to levitate. So let's slide that right arm out, slide that left leg out. I have run out of space. So I'm going to bend my leg. You can straighten or bend. If you're bending, flatten the foot so it's as if you're standing on the ceiling. Try not to tilt your hips, and the same with your shoulders. Keep your shoulders level, pushing into that left hand nice and strong. Putting your belly in towards you, keeping your ribs tucked in as well. Head in line with your spine. Reaching forward with your right hand, stretch forward. And if you're feeling up to it, you can pulse that lifted leg 5 times. Oh, feel the burn. Okay, coming back. Take a breath. And over to the other side. So we're into all that strength being in your right arm and left leg. Left arm lifts, right leg lifts. And again, same thing. Look, straight leg, or if you don't have space for it, then you have a bent leg. Reaching forward. Don't allow yourself to collapse down into that right wrist. Push the floor away. Notice how strong you feel when you do that. Squeeze your belly in. Long in the sides of your body and across the front and the back. Reaching forward with that left hand, and let's pulse now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 for luck, 2 for a little bit more luck, and 3 because 8 is a very lucky number. There we go. Coming back, taking your legs beautifully wide now, so as wide as they'll go. Send those knees out, 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 out. Big toes together, and then sit yourself back. Folding forward. Again, opening up in the shoulders. You might regret having taken the knees quite so far now. Swivel them back if you need to. Otherwise, stay there. And try and breathe into any overstretchy discomfort. Not pain. If it's pain, bring your knees back towards each other. Come into a regular balasana. Not that there's any such thing as a regular balasana, but find a different version that feels better for you. Opening up under your arms, pressing your shoulders down into the mat. And then coming all the way back up, taking your hands either side of your chest, pushing yourself up, bringing your knees together, and then coming around to sitting one leg stacked on top of the other. So we've got one leg bent in, and then we take the other one on top, stack the knees. Much easier said than done. Very twisty in the hips. So we're coming into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So this is your cow's ears here. So left knee is on top of the right. If it's the other way around, do not worry. We will do the other side in a moment. But just trying to get one knee on top of the other and both sit bones on the floor. That's the key. We don't want to have one sit bone flying up. If this is very tight for you, and it is very tight for me today, then it might be that you bring this right leg up a little and ease off. You just want to have a nice stable base. So make sure that both your sit bones are on the floor, nice and stable. Right. Tall in the spine, lifting up from the crown of your head. And we are going to come into Gomukhasana arms as well. So this is where we're moving into really challenging the shoulders. We're taking the left arm up, reaching up, and then right arm goes behind, left arm folds, and you hold hands with yourself. Now, what I should have told you was grab hold of a piece of fabric or a cushion, because holding on to your hands can be very tricky, but you can hold on to something with your right hand and your left. There you go, well done. You got it, you got it. So left elbow up towards the ceiling. We've got that lovely length all in the left side there, a little bit more compression in the right. And breathe. Try and ease into any tension in your hips. Take a breath and let's do a little bit of a fold forward, not much as you can. As you inhale to come back, you might find you have a little bit more movement in the arms there. Breathe. Try not to let the position of your arms compromise the position of your head. Keep your head strong, keep your neck strong. Don't let it get pushed out of the way. Settle in. Ease into your hips. Ease into your shoulders. And breathing. And we're going to release the arms now, slowly coming out, slowly. And then let's change the position of our legs. So any way that works for you, you can do a little twirl around or you can just quietly move them. Just making sure, as before, that sit bones are on the floor. Gosh, this is really tight today. I blame the weather. Oh, too much sitting. Let's sit up tall and let's take the right arm up. Lengthen through the side of that body and then bring your left arm and your right arm towards each other so you can hold hands. Now, noticing, is one side easier than the other? It might be that you have a little bit more give on one side than the other. Just interesting to notice what works, what's easy for you, what's less easy. And sending your chest up, so we've got that nice lifted sternum. Breathing. It's one of those asanas that whenever I do it, I think, oh, I should do this more often. Just you do yoga all day. Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Feeling that crown of the head towards the ceiling thing going on. And relaxing in your hips. Let go of any muscles that you're tensing in your legs. And we're holding for 5, 4, well done, 3, 2, and 1, and releasing very slowly. Come out slowly, 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 slowly. And then we're going to release the legs, come into Baddha Konasana legs again, and just gently fold forward. This time, allow your spine to do whatever it wants. If you want to just gently bring your forehead down towards your toes, go ahead and do that. Just letting the hips settle before we come up to standing. So we are coming up to standing. We're assuming that the hips are settled. Feet together, bring yourself up into a nice wide squat this time. So feet together, squat, and then jump out, coming into a wide squat. And then we're going to just squiggle over from one side to the other. So do whatever you like with your hands. If you want to bring them together. In Namaste Mudra, walking the feet out a little further. So scooting your bum across, just above, hovering across the floor, moving around into the hips. And then taking your hands to the floor, bringing yourself up into downward facing dog again. So a nice downward facing dog. You can keep that movement going if you like, taking your hips to the right, to the left, noticing where it stretches more into the backs of your legs as you do that, perhaps. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your head. And we're going from downward facing dog into upward facing dog. So a little bit more work for the shoulders. So looking forward, bringing your body forward, maybe walking your feet out a little further behind you, and then taking your hips down towards, but not on to the floor. So feet are tucked under, toes under. And then let's take the body forward between the shoulders. Widen your shoulders. So we're hanging here, not touching the floor. Lift your chin. Lift through the front of your body. Lovely stretch across the front of the body. A little bit of compression in the back. And then we come up again to downward facing dog. So sending your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. And then we're going to step or jump forward. So whatever works for you. Coming into an easy forward fold, Uttanasana. So a forward fold, allowing head and neck to be completely at rest. Enjoying that blood flow, everything else flow, energy flow. And then uncurling, so hanging arms, hanging head, gently up, all the way. Fantastic. Right, coming over. Well, maybe you're where you need to be. I need to move. We're going to bring the right leg up. So we're going to do a bit of balance work. So left foot, think about that first. Is it nice and connected with the floor? And then we're going to bring the right knee up. Oops. I'm going to wobble everywhere. And bringing your knee and your thigh into your chest. Squeezing in now to that hip joint, using your shoulders, keeping your chest nice and open, lifting your sternum. Keeping your hips in line, so not raising that right hip up. And then we're going to come into Padangusthasana. So we're staying on this left leg, making the leg have a little bit of a challenge. We want to improve our bone density. So we are going to hold on now to the toe, big toe with a yoga hold, if that works for you. Otherwise, you're on the outside edge of your foot or along your leg. And you might be starting to feel a bit tired in that left hip. That's good. Right, extending your right leg out. And we don't want the shoulder to be pulled out of its socket, so we're pulling that shoulder back in a little. If you need to hold on to something, go ahead and hold on to something. You'll still be working into that hip. Taking the right leg out, and we're going to take it out to the side. So focus, balance, control, out to the side, and then back in, bringing your foot up, cradling that leg, and giving it a little bit of a move around with the arms. Still standing into that left leg, lots and lots of time on that left leg. Well done. And then one more squeeze into the chest and down. Wow! Ow! Well done. All right, same treatment for the right hip, lucky hip. We want them to be strong, just like we want our shoulders to be nice and strong. We want to have great lungs that work really well. So lots of really good, deep, slow breathing throughout your practice, and always lengthening just in the sternum. Lift just a few millimeters. So here we are, we're on to the right hip now, right leg. Breathe. In and out through your nostrils, or inhaling through your nostrils, exhaling through your mouth. Squeeze in a little more. Jump around, don't jump around. And then we're going to go left hand, left leg. Padangusthasana, other hand can be waving around or on your hip, whatever works for you, or holding onto the radiator. And again, bringing your left shoulder back into your body. Keeping your shoulders wide and level. Same with the hips. Lifting your chest if you can. Neck is long, Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. A little bit of a bend in that standing leg as well. We're going out to the side. If you come out, come back in. And then coming back to center, bringing that knee in, bringing that foot up, and a little bit of cradling, moving through the hip. Bringing the legs down, taking them wide now. Let's take them nice and wide. A little bit of move into the right, into the left. Keeping your hands by your hips, just feeling what's going on in there. And then Prasarita Padottanasana, folding forward. All the way. Let's make it into an inversion. Let's enjoy a little bit of movement into the head and face and scalp. And then rolling up. Just a couple more moves today, a couple more asanas, a couple more poses. Taking your right foot forward, left foot back, hips are forward. We're going to be coming into our warrior one. So arms extending up, sending that back foot back, and the right foot lovely and grounded into the floor. Right thigh strong and dipping down. Might feel quite tender there. We've done a lot of work into the hips. Be strong. Breathe. Lift your chest as you breathe in. You're a warrior. And we're going to swing around to the other side. So one movement all the way around and down. Again, chest nice and high, shoulders wide, dipping down with the hips, bringing your thighs towards each other, feeling like you are anyway, not actually doing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, Prasarita Padottanasana, all the way again, this time sliding your hands down your legs. So right hand goes to your right foot, left hand goes to your left foot. And allow your neck to be completely at rest. Breathing easily. Tilting your sit bones up towards the ceiling one last time. And then walking your feet in towards each other, staying low, bringing yourself into Uttanasana. Go from Uttanasana into Utkatasana, easy chair pose or awkward chair pose even, it's not very easy. Bringing your arms up, bringing yourself to sit back down in that imaginary chair that isn't there, and then all the way down into a squat, and then coming down to the floor, lying on your back. Bringing your knees into your chest. Bit of a rock from side to side. Good work shoulders, good work hips, good work everything else. So a lovely rock from side to side. And then we're going to take the arms out to either side of the body and take the legs over to the right. We're coming into a twist. Another little twist for the spine. Actually, this might be our first one. We've done some side bends, haven't we? So anyway, enjoy your twist. And do what you need to do with your legs to enable you to have the best twist experience here. Don't forget to bring your neck, head, and eyes in as well. Really important to exercise your eyes in a different way to just seeing. Intentionally exercising the muscles in your eyes. And breathe. And relax. Coming back to center, first head, then legs, extending across. Same again on the other side. And then coming back to center of your head first. Bringing the knees back, give them a hug. And bring yourself into your Shavasana. Well done, good practice. Allow yourself to have some space there between your legs, space between your arms and your body. Lengthen through your neck, lifting up your shoulders and putting them down again. Extending your heels away from you. Sending your arms to be as long as they possibly can be before you lie them down again. Relaxing through your hips. Lengthening through your neck. And closing your eyes if they're not already closed. Relaxing all the muscles in your face. Breathing in right down into the bottom of your belly. Breathing out. Completely emptying. Taking every last little bit of breath out. So breathing in. Feeling like you're taking that around your entire body, right down to your toes, into your fingertips, into the back of your head, to your hips, to your shoulders. And as you breathe out, just easing and letting go, coming to a complete rest, allowing yourself to sink into your mat. Letting go of any tension, any muscles you've got squeezing a little bit, they don't need to be. Scanning around your body and finding the areas that need a little bit more tender loving care, a little bit more attention, a little bit more support. Breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. With every breath, feeling a little lighter. With every out breath, letting go. Inhaling, softening. Exhaling, letting go. As you inhale, you're taking in light and warmth and peace and calm and possibility. You can do anything you want to do. As you breathe out, letting go, relaxing, easing, allowing the flow of energy to move around your body freely. Everything unblocked, everything working. Take a deep breath in and let go. Keeping your eyes closed, gently coming to rest on your right side. Keeping that peace and calm, the space that you've made. Keeping your eyes closed, gently bringing yourself up to sitting. Bringing your hands to heart center, pressing them towards each other so that you lengthen across the whole of the back, across your shoulders, lengthening through your back from your coccyx up to the top of your head. And then we're going to rub hands together. Some heat and warmth and light in this dark and dreary looking day outside, and then cup them over your eyes. Thinking into that lovely light, taking in a deep breath. Exhaling into that nice softness you've created. Inhaling, continue to blink into that lovely space, soft light made. And as you exhale, floating your hands back down to heart center. Namaste. And thank you for practicing your yoga today with me. Even better.